The FA Cup, the oldest knockout competition in the world, pits the minnows against the giants. And that is what you'll see today at Loftus Road in London as Yeading Football Club plays host to Newcastle United. I'm Joe Tollison along with Shep Messing. And Shep, Yeading Football Club, a part-time club. In fact, they say that their yearly payment to all their players, about what Alan Shearer makes in a week. But can they pull off an upset against Newcastle? Somewhat of an upset yesterday. Manchester United drawing 0-0 against Exeter City.
That illustrates the Manchester United score, Joe, the fantastic nature of the FA Cup competition. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for Yeading. They have to not be in awe of Newcastle. Come out, kick some players. Don't be afraid. Miracles can happen.
Sheffield United with the upset of Aston Villa yesterday as well, 3-1. You see some of the other results. Tottenham advancing over Brighton 2-1. But what can Yeading do at Loftus Road? Normally the home to Queen's Park Rangers, because their ground, the Warren, well, the FA deemed it wasn't big enough. You'll know about the Warren. You've seen it probably if you've seen Bend It Like Beckham. It was the backdrop. But what can this young upstart club do? Yeading, Newcastle, next on ESPN. And we see Shep Johnson Hippolyte, a marble mason by day, manager of Yeading Football Club by night. And he has Delroy Preddy in net, and he's got something to live up to as well. This 5'10" goalkeeper for Yeading.
I don't know what formation they're going to come out with, but for Newcastle, the player they have to be aware of is DJ Campbell. He's got a ton of goals for Yeading. He's got 27 this season, and he's got 7 goals in their 6 FA Cup matches. So he's a guy that Newcastle has to mark up.
Well, Delroy Preddy, if there wasn't pressure enough playing Newcastle United, and the likes of Graham Souness's charges, such as Craig Bellamy and Shola Amiobi up front, well, a newspaper in England has said, if you get a shutout, we'll give you a new car.
That's pressure, but goalkeepers are crazy. They don't feel pressure. But that newspaper made a big promotion. He wins a car, luxury car, if he gets a shutout, and that is going to be a tall task for him. For Newcastle, they've got 4 in the back. You talked about the debuts of Babayaro and Boomsong. I think Boyer, such a versatile player in the midfield, he's a player that Yeading has to be wary about.
Lee Boyer, man of the match in the 0-0 draw against West Brom on midweek. But now they get set here between Newcastle United and Yeading Football Club.
Jason Hippolyte, the player manager, he doesn't play today. A final good luck message then for these players.
And we see the manager, Johnson Hippolyte, giving hugs and advice to the players.
Again, Joe, I think the advice for the Yeading players coming into this game, they must not be in awe of the Newcastle team that they're going to face. If they are in awe, if they don't play all out, they're going to get shellacked. But they have every reason to be optimistic, the Yeading players, because all the pressure in the world is on the Newcastle team. Yeading has absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain.
There you see Dudley Campbell, or DJ Campbell. And the media in the UK, Shep, kind of looking at this almost fairy tale matchup between Yeading and Newcastle as we see Howard Webb. Yeading plays in the Ryman League. In fact, they were the winners of Division 1 North. That's how they break up the Ryman League. And a club so far below Newcastle United in the rankings in England that, as you mentioned, they have to try to not come out in awe, but they've latched onto this club with different things. They've started to compare DJ Campbell and his girlfriend to the non-league Posh and Becks. I mean, just all these different comparisons here for a team that is made up of guys who, like you and I, they go out and work 9 to 5 during the day, and then at night come and practice. Painters, decorators, as we mentioned, Johnson Hippolyte, who is a player manager but not playing today, is a marble mason by trade.
Yeah, and you talked about the goalkeeper that the newspaper is running a promotion around, Delroy Preddy. He actually works for the Social Security Division in the Fraud Analysis Division, and yet the paper took a liking to him, ran a promotion. There's a miscue in the beginning. They brought in a legendary goalkeeper, Bob Wilson, both as a keeper and a trainer at Arsenal. They had him work with Delroy Preddy all week to try and prep him to win the car. So some high expectations for these Yeading players, again, that have nothing to lose. Right in their 10,000 here. It's a whole lot more people than they're used to having in the stadium. But again, it's easier to destroy rather than to create. And Yeading is actually getting forward much more than I thought they would early in the game.
Salamaki out for Davis Hall. Trying to step around Boomsong. Former Rangers defender can't get to it now. Salamaki slips. It has been a wet week in the UK. That was evidence with Burnley and Liverpool on Friday night. That match had to be postponed till January 18th because the pitch was so waterlogged. And now battling for it there is Edmund Protein, the left back, pushing into the corner. Protein, watched by Boomsong, gets a boot in. And the foul goes against Jean-Alain Boomsong. Another opportunity for Yeading.
And Joe, you were just talking about the grounds, and you could see that area where Boomsong was matched up with Protein right here where he's putting down the ball. That footing looks treacherous. Again, that is not going to help the task that Newcastle has.
Alex Stanley comes up to take the free kick as Titus Bramble watching DJ Campbell. Stanley sends it across, the header over the bar. Another opportunity for Yeading, and Protein not able to get it under the bar.
That's a great start, though, for Yeading. That's a very good ball. No way the keeper can come out to get it. It's swinging away from goal out around the 6-yard box. That's actually a pretty clear header on goal. He just couldn't square up his shoulders and get it down.
Well, Yeading is carrying the bulk of play early on here, Shep, but I guess the question for this Ryman League side is how long can they keep up this pressure? Protein.
Again, Joe, the psychology is the longer this game goes without a goal, the more the pressure falls on the shoulders of Newcastle. So I like the way Yeading has come out, not just sat back with 11 guys. They're chasing every ball, contesting every ball, and they're getting forward.
There you see the manager, Johnson Hippolytou. Some words of encouragement to DJ Campbell, who just couldn't get onto the end of that, shepherded away nicely. To give you another idea of what Johnson Hippolyte was facing, we'll get to that in a moment, as Newcastle. Oh, looked like it might have been an opportunity, brought down nicely by Jermaine Jenis. This ball slipped ahead. But nothing working there. Now Boyer. And Lee Boyer. Ahead, Amiola slips it back. This is Taylor finding Shola Amiobi again, slipping across and just wide of the mark. That was Taylor coming in to meet the Amiobi cross.
What an opportunity this is. Some quick play down the right flank. You're going to see this ball go diagonally through the 6-yard box. He just could not get a foot on it to tuck it in. Amiobi with the cross. And wow, that just slithers past the far post.
Taylor just didn't get the contact he wanted.
What Newcastle does not want to do is get into a kick and run feisty game. They need to try and settle the ball down, make the ball do the work. We get a look at their manager, Graham Souness. Every week in front of about 172 people, you're probably playing just in front of your friends and family. But they don't seem in awe at all. Protein is attacking every time he gets a chance down the left flank. On the defensive side of the ball, Yeading's doing a good job.
Coming through, opportunity just whistling wide of the mark for Lee Boyer.
That is absolutely one of the things that the goalkeeping legend Bob Wilson, who was brought in for that promotion, I love that promotion, but he warned Delroy Preddy just about this. He said, don't just worry about the guys up front. You have to worry about these guys in the midfield. Boyer and all of them. They're going to take the ball 30, 35 yards from goal and have a crack. You must be focused on the players coming out of the midfield.
Down the right-hand side, Michael Barima. Not able to get around a Newcastle free kick specialist, actually, Laurent Robert. Taken easily by Harper. Soroya's cross turns out to be meaningless as Taylor to Boyer. Over the top for Jenis. And taken away. And well done out of central defense by Mark Leach.
And again, Joe, Newcastle really has to try and establish some kind of rhythm, some kind of pace to this game. They're better skilled by far. They're not showing it the first 16 minutes. They need to have the ball, do the work, play it crisply, play it sharp, make runs off the ball. Right now they're making it easy for Yeading to defend.
Bomsong up the middle. Boyer plays out to Charles Nzogbia. Well, long ball into the corner and too strong. That's all Craig Bellamy can do is question the purpose of that. Is Titus Bramble wasn't accurate enough there. Bellamy. That's deflected, and Newcastle will set up for its first corner of the day.
Let's see how young Delroy Preddy does in goal. One of his attributes is not his height. He's only about 5'10". He's going to mark up, point to his defenders, tell them who he wants them to mark up with.
Laurent Robert steps into it, into the 6-yard box. Oh, Preddy mishandled it at first, but makes the grab. Robert, oh, good challenge coming there from Protein, but then down the field, Stanley watches it go. Talked about the small crowds they play in front of, Shep. It does seem like here this game and broadcasted now all around the world and all over the UK on the BBC, and they say, you know, this is our one chance on the big stage. Let's make the most of it, and let's see what Shola Amiobi can make the most of here. Laying it off and off the woodwork. Finding Craig Bellamy.
Delroy Preddy almost just lost that luxury automobile. Bellamy came crashing in. Another shot. Oh!
Long range shot, and Preddy earns his money there against Jermaine Jenis.
Newcastle with two very good opportunities. That was a very good save by Delroy Preddy.
Well, it took 19 minutes, Shep, but Newcastle has laced up the shooting boots now. But still 0-0. And this one dropped into the box. Preddy parries it over the bar. The Yeading players appealing for a push on their keeper. That's the shot by Jermaine Jenis.
Preddy did a good job getting his high hand over, just touching it over. Across bar, corner kick again for Newcastle.
Third corner kick. They lay this one to the top of the box. And Jenis again stepping into it.
Much better couple of minutes for Newcastle. They're finding some space. Not afraid to unleash shots on goal. You were talking, Joe, though, about the huge television audience, the crowd in the stadium. I think Yeading is handling it well. If they had any nerves, you would have seen it right in the beginning of the game, but they came out flying. And as you said, this is a huge opportunity. Some of these guys have aspirations that they could be seen, that they could be signed, that they could go on to play at a much higher level.
Top of the box. Oh, Lee Boyer stepping in. Campbell goes down, and this is going to be another class opportunity for Yeading against the giant that is Newcastle United.
Lee Boyer can't believe it, but it was a foul. Here's the ball played in. Boyer comes in. Totally takes him down. Direct kick, Yeading.
There's David Clark, also Nevin Soroya. And it is Clark around the wall. Harper forced to make the save. Oh, the headline writer's dream goes by the wayside.
Oh, baby, this is a great shot. Bends it around the wall. That is a very big save by Stephen Harper. This is well taken. Can't strike it any better than that. Harper does a great job getting his right hand on it.
Now on the corner, the foul against Yeading. Leach. Long ball headed away by Bramble. Brown lets it run away. Into space here. This is Bellamy. And the foul against Yeading.
Wow, I didn't see the foul, but that is a difficult place to give up a free kick to Newcastle. Here he cuts across the top of the box. Oh, there was a tug.
They pulled down Laurent Robert.
There was a tug on the left arm of Robert that was called.
Delroy Preddy will get an opportunity to test his mettle against one of the better free kick specialists in the Premiership, and Laurent Robert. And Robert over the wall, put over the bar.
Wow, I don't think that wall was set up too well. Four on the wall, one jumping over. That ball well taken. Actually, Preddy had it covered. He is one of the better free kick specialists in the Premiership.
Well, a third of the way through the match, Shep, and the Yeading faithful have to be happy thus far. They've had some opportunities. Stephen Harper was forced into a pretty spectacular save on an opportunity by David Clark. But here's a chance. Soroya gives the ball away. Slip through. Here's Bellamy. Bellamy turning. Oh, it takes too long.
Good defending. They never gave up on the play, and Bellamy did make one cut too many.
Now Protein facing the challenge by Lee Boyer.
Yeading has to be absolutely thrilled. You're in the 33rd minute. You're really playing Newcastle even, and there are no goals. That's a dream. But they have to concentrate on winning the next 5 minutes, the next 10 minutes.
Bobby Yarrow lays it off. This is Boyer. Lee Boyer ahead to Amiobi for Taylor. Squared across. But Yeading able to do the job. Oh, now Clark almost giving away to Jermaine Jenis. Boomsong trying to win the battle at midfield and does. Now Bramble. Amiobi walks in. Shot save is made by Preddy.
What a good job by Preddy. Amiobi into the box, shot at the near post. Preddy gets both hands on it, knocks it out for the corner.
And the sixth corner goes over the bar as Amiobi with another chance. Another good corner by Laurent Robert.
That's a great corner. Watch Amiobi try and take it out of midair on the full volley with his left foot and just redirect that onto the face of the goal.
That really is worth the break.
You know, he had some words to say at halftime.
Yeading in challenging. Brown knocked it ahead, but now Newcastle. Amiobi working with Bellamy, but it is Leach there to clear. Now Boomsong. Babayaro. Ambrose plays out wide for Taylor. Bellamy flicks it on. Jenis has trouble getting control. Yeading takes advantage of the miscue. Jermaine Jenis again. Good tackle there, but Boomsong able to recover for Newcastle. And the Magpies having their struggles here. The one thing we found through the first half, Shep, that you pointed out in the pregame, Johnson Hippolyte must have done the job of getting his players not to be in awe of the opposition, because they have challenged for every ball and competed throughout.
Yeah, Joe, and that's the key, the 50-50 balls. If you back off and give superior players time and space, they're going to skin you. But again, I think so critical for Newcastle, not so much for Yeading, but you come out of the locker room 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you've got to get a goal to change the complexion of the game.
Boomsong. Babayaro. Newcastle has had some struggles on defense. That is why these two were acquired in the January transfer window. Let's see if it helps them. There's a long shot there deflected, and Protein up. Not quick enough, and Amiobi taking control for Newcastle. Telemarque lays it back. Long ball here, and Boomsong. Well, Campbell trying to get by. Down goes Campbell, but no call, and now Andy O'Brien playing out to Taylor. Amiobi. Well, steps around the defender, some space for Amiobi. Slipped across. Boyer's there. Taps it in. Well, there goes the luxury car for Delroy Preddy in Newcastle on the board.
Well, that newspaper promotion is over, and Amiobi really was the catalyst. Beat three players, plays a beautiful ball down the right side, and Boyer has the easy job of just tapping it in. It was really Bellamy with a great ball, slid across to Boyer for him to run onto, and there it is. Nobody marking Boyer, all alone. Preddy gave up on that one about 2 seconds before Boyer tapped it in.
This ball played in. Harper takes it on the opportunity by Barima. And Lee Boyer in the 51st minute.
Well, they made it look so easy. It was Amiobi with the ball at his feet, beating 3 defenders, got it to Bellamy, and then total loss of focus and marking. Newcastle players streaking into the 6-yard box, and Boyer just tapped it in.
And Davis Hall, a strong challenge there for Yeading, and play on is signaled. Well, on Tyneside, they breathe a bit easier right now. Still here in London, the Yeading fans hoping they might be able to pull one back. Bellamy finding Amiobi. Amiobi working in the box. Bellamy runs away from him. Davis Hall, no, Amiobi wins that over him. Boyer as it touched away. And now for Babayaro into the corner. Celestine Babayaro. Oh, good challenge coming in from Barima.
Critical part of the game when you see how both teams react to a goal.
Robert squares across through the box and cleared by Yeading. Boumsong for Taylor. Past Jennison and Boyer. Back to O'Brien. Now Boumsong drops it down that right-hand side, and Amiobi winning this battle against Stanley. Just now we're starting to see the class shine through.
Yeading will have a difficult time if they're back on their heels, purely defending in the defensive third of the field. That is one worried coach.
Fill the coffers for a couple of seasons.
Well, given what you said they spend on players over the past 3 years, they can stockpile for the next 10. And they've gained a lot of fans, I think, Joe, the way they've played.
Maybe Johnson Hippolyte can go out and spend another 3,000 pounds on another player. Oh, good ball by Babayaro. Squared across Amiobi. Chipped ahead. And just over the bar. Lee Boyer looking for his second.
Now Boyer always dangerous out of the midfield because he never stops working, never stops running. Here he tries to get to the bouncing ball in the 6-yard box. Preddy comes out, and Boyer can't put it on the face of the goal.
It was just too high in the air for him to bring it down. Oh, poor ball back to Protein. And now Yeading scrambling, but this chip taken easily by Preddy.
Well, he lost the luxury car, but he's still concentrating, Preddy.
Inspirational leader of this team. Now Campbell. He scored 7 times in 6 FA Cup matches. Can he find one here against one of the legendary clubs from England? Harper calls everyone off and lays it off for Boumsong. Ambrose out to Taylor.
Much better pace of the game now for Newcastle. They're spreading the ball out, switching sides of the field, a little bit more possession.
Well, flag goes up. A shirt pull, and Stanley has to move back into position. I don't know if I quite saw it there, but Stanley and Jenness, after that battle, it results in this free kick. Boumsong coming forward. Laid across the header. There it is. Shola Amiobi has put an end to the Yeading dreams.
Finally, a quality ball Beautiful into the box. Amiobi steps out, loses his defender, and he can't head that ball any better. Freddie trying to get over to it, but watch how Amiobi steps back, squares up. He knows right where he's going, to the far post. That's a quality goal by Newcastle.
Shrugged off Nevin Soroya. And now across for Bellamy. Yeading, maybe they can pull one back, trying to find Campbell.
This is going to test the character of the Yeading players now. They could either pack it in and give up 5 more, or fight back and try and stay in the game. And from what I've seen, they're going to fight back. They really have nothing to lose.
Well, here's Brown trying to see if he can step around O'Brien.
Yeah, I like their attitude, though, Joe. They're showing no awe of the Newcastle players. The Yeading guys doing what they feel they could do on the ball, taking on defenders, trying to get forward. See if they can manufacture anything out of the corner kick.
And they do not, as here's Bellamy. Slips across. Jenis sends it into the path, and this ball goes over the bar as Boyer again looking for another.
I love the work rate of that man, Boyer, all over the field, darting from his midfield position. That's a great ball, slipped through, and another one. First time. That's good defending.
David Clark. Another substitution coming in here. And it will be James Milner. For Laurent Robert.
Graham Souness does not. There's a foul, and Joe, I'm certainly not going to argue with you about that. You're absolutely right. Newcastle, in the flow of play, didn't give up an opportunity, but then again, I'm not going to give Newcastle a whole lot of credit for a scintillating performance. They need to play a lot better than this to get some results in the Premiership.
Well, it has been effective, and now here's Bellamy again looking for some space, lays it off all but Preddy. Was able to get a touch to it, and Soroya clears away.
Oh, you got to give that guy a bicycle, that newspaper. He's made a couple of saves.
Okay, maybe not a luxury car. How about a smart car? Something a little small to tool around town in.
Listen, to be fair, it wasn't the London Times that was giving out this award. One of the many tabloids in the UK that takes football.
Oh, just throw it out. It was the Sun.
That's a good save, kick save at the near post. Here, if I could stick in a goal, maybe somebody comes after me, because goal scorers, wherever they are, if you score goals, Somebody's going to be looking at you.
May not be a Premiership club that comes after him, but even if he could get into the league. Oh, and a long shot that just goes wide.
That was a good effort.
It's Darty Brown. And maybe one final effort here. This is Craig Bellamy. And can't beat Delroy Preddy. And Craig Bellamy, much of the second half, trying to add his name to the score sheet.
And you could see Bellamy get behind the defender. Nice ball played into space. And he couldn't do better with it.
And Darren Ambrose with the feed.